What if the fate of Jamaica's next government all boiled down to a single constituency? It may sound far-fetched, but St. James West Central could be the tipping point that determines the country's next governing party. As the clock ticks toward Jamaica's next general election, likely happening by September 2025, tensions are rising. Imagine this. The difference between who rules Jamaica for the next 5 years could be decided by a single electoral seat, and it just might be St. James West Central. In this crucial battleground, we have two strong candidates squaring off. On one side is Marlene Malahoo Forte, the Legal Affairs Minister representing the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP. On the other, Dr. Haughton, a popular challenger from the People's National Party, PNP. Both candidates have their strengths, but this isn't just another election. This could change the game entirely. Let's start with the incumbent, Marlene Malahoo Forte. Known for her solid grasp of legal and constitutional affairs, she's no stranger to the political arena. In 2020, she won this seat by nearly 2,500 votes over Haughton. But that was during COVID-19, when many PNP supporters stayed home. Here's where things get interesting. Political analysts say the 2020 results may not mean much now. Voters are frustrated and disillusioned, and the mood has changed. A recent public opinion poll by pollster Don Anderson showed the opposition party ahead of the governing party. Malahoo Forte's focus on constitutional reform resonates with some, but whispers of discontent and voter fatigue are growing louder. Has she done enough to win over the people again, or is she losing her grip? Enter Dr. Haughton. This isn't your average political challenger. He's an academic, an economist, and someone who connects deeply with the people, especially the younger generation. Haughton's rise has been swift, and his grassroots campaigning has lit a fire under voters who feel left behind. He promises economic revitalization, job creation, and improved living standards, messages that strike a chord in St. James West Central's rural areas. Haughton's candidacy has energized many, and suddenly, this race is anything but predictable. Could his fresh approach be what the PNP needs to regain its footing? Why does this seat matter so much? Well, if the PNP wants to stand a chance at toppling the JLP, they have to win here. It's not just a target, it's a must-win. This constituency is like a domino. If it falls, others might follow, flipping the balance of power. But on the flip side, if Marlene Malahoo Forte can hold her ground, it signals strength for the JLP. Losing this seat, however, could spell trouble not just for her, but for the party's dream of a historic third term under Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Here's where things get complicated. St. James West Central isn't just a single block of voters. It's a mix of urban and rural communities. Candidates must juggle messages that resonate with a wide range of people, from professionals in urban areas to older, rural voters who might care more about tradition and stability. And then there's the economy. Poor public services such as healthcare and the rising cost of living are on everyone's minds. Voters are asking tough questions, and both parties need to have more than just sound bites and promises. They need real solutions. Oh, and we can't forget about social media. This election won't just be won on the ground, it's being fought online. Dr. Haughton has been tapping into younger voters through digital outreach, which could be a game changer. Will Malahoo Forte be able to keep up, or will the power of social media tip the scales? If you are intrigued by this fight for St. James West Central, hit that subscribe button. We will update you on every twist and turn as the story unfolds. The road to election night is just getting started, and you don't want to miss a thing. As we approach 2025, the intensity will only ramp up. Both candidates will be hitting the streets, knocking on doors, and holding fiery town hall meetings. Every handshake and every speech could be the moment that turns the tide. But here's what's at stake. If Malahoo Forte falters, it could signal a bigger shift across Jamaica. If Haughton wins, it could start a political comeback for the PNP after nearly a decade in the wilderness. Either way, all eyes will be locked on St. James West Central when those votes start rolling in. One thing is for sure, the battle for this constituency will be one for the history books.